Hi guys, it's Tony B, South Florida Organic Gardening. I'm going to do a video real fast on compost tea. I feel that compost tea is one of the most important things in a garden. For me, if I use it on a regular basis, I don't have as much problems with bugs, funguses, just the problems that I'm having right now. I feel, again, this is my own opinion, that I'm having these problems because I haven't been using my compost tea. I had a problem with my pump. This is my old one. I had a Rena Air 400. It worked really good for the longest time, but of course one of the little outlets broke. And anyway, so I went and bought a new one yesterday. This is a Tetra Whisperer. It's got two outlets, and as you can see, I mean, just amazing how this thing is. I had the froth this morning was just so crazy. There's not as much as it was earlier, but basically you need the aeration for it to, pretty much wake up all the beneficial bacteria, all the microbes, the beneficial fungi. I'm going to put underneath a link to one of John, growingyourgreen.com, one of his videos about compost tea, because I'm not going to get into the details about what's in it, about the microbes and all that stuff. But for me, how I make it is I use a nylon stocking, and inside of the nylon stocking, what I do, and again, everyone's different, everyone uses their own thing. I use compost. This is something I bought from Home Depot. I don't have a compost pile. It's a long story. Don't want to go there. And then I use Milorganite. This bag is probably about $12. It is organic. It's a 36 pound bag. It's cheaper. I think the 5-pound bag is like $6. So like you're getting like 5 times as much for, $12. So anyway, so I put inside the nylon, I put the compost and the Milorganite. And then what I do is I tie it onto a little stick, and then I just hang it right in the compost tea. I've already done that, so I take it out after a while and just let, the microbes and everything wake up. And then you have to put molasses in it. What I do is I let this pretty much, I call it cook. I let it cook overnight. You can use it anywhere from 4 hours after you start the aeration. And, but, again, everyone's different. But I have, the least amount of problems with my garden when I use it on a regular basis. So what you're going to do is, as you can see, it's pretty dark. It's not as dark as it was last night. Not quite sure why, but let's see. Maybe because I need to stir it again. But what you're going to do is you want it to look like a, there we go, it's a little darker now. There's stuff on the bottom I need to stir up before. But anyway, what you do is you dilute it. You put, you put water in it. And you want it to look, I think that's one of the reasons they call it tea. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly why they call it tea, but it looks like a diluted iced tea. So this is not even as diluted as it should be. But anyway, as you can see, my garden is looking really healthy. I got my green bean patch here with a nice corn popping up. I got some bugs on there. Again, this is the first day I'm putting the compost tea on in like 2 weeks. So and this is almost like an experimental video too, because I'm curious, if I'm just imagining things, but I just really feel that I have the least amount of problems when I use my compost tea. So this is my cucumber patch. everything's getting so pretty. I love the way the water is around the edges in the mornings. That is just so cool. Condensation. But as you can see, I'm having problems with the cabbage loopers again. All these little holes, these are cabbage loopers. That I know. I have a beetle problem too, but this, ooh, what are you? I don't know what that is. Anybody know what it is? Let me know. Okay, so I'm trying to find a cabbage looper, because I definitely, they're all over the place, but not a big deal. This is my pumpkin patch. It's doing pretty good, but as you can see, I'm starting to get some mildew, the powdery mildew. I got some over here, and again, this is also an experiment to see if my compost tea helps with some of these problems. So this is my pole beans. Those I started later, so I don't have any beans yet. It's starting to grow up the side of this, which is so cool. So hopefully it'll sort of take over this thing that I made. And then of course, my cherry tomato plant has literally bent over the fence. I'm not sure if you can see, but this is a fence right here that I have. And it literally is just bent over the fence because all the new growth. I had to cut off a whole bunch of blight from these areas here, and there's still more blight. You see all this back in here, this blight. But this is nothing compared to the way it was a few days ago. It's been raining off and on the last week or so. And I've had problems with these beetles. These beetles that put these little buckshot type holes in the plants, and it's really destroyed my Japanese eggplant. I got some new growth. I cut off a lot of these, the old growth. Yeah, just, it's breaking my heart. But anyway, again, this is to see if my compost tea will bring some of this stuff back to life. These are new green bean plants. And then of course I have my blue cherry tomato plants back here. Those are getting big, which is good. And of course the beetles are tearing up my eggplant plant. I just cut off a couple of my eggplants, so I think I only have 2 on here right now. Actually, there's one back here. There's another one. Oh wow, that one's getting big. I didn't even realize that one needs to come off. And then I got another one over here somewhere. Oh, there we go, down there. But I've gotten a lot of eggplants off this, actually. I think I've gotten like 7 in the last month. Or 7 in the last, like, few weeks, actually, I should say. And then, let's see. Got my Roma tomatoes. I gotta put those in the ground. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, it's screaming at me, put me in the ground, don't you see my roots? And then my plum tomatoes. Got some beautiful plum tomatoes that need to come off here. I'm having my kids over for dinner today, so I'm gonna have me a nice little salad. I got a whole bunch of green beans I'm gonna make too. So, but again, this is basically to experiment on my compost tea and see if it's going to help some of these problems, like I feel that it will. So again, compost tea is definitely the way to go. If you got a few extra dollars, you don't have to spend $35. Again, I wanted to make sure that I had a lot of bubbles. Wanted to make sure I had a lot of aeration, because that's always been my problem in the past. So, a little bit of romaine lettuce over here. So I'm going to put compost tea on everything, and I will do another video in the next couple of days, and we will see if it makes a difference in some of the problems that I'm having. which I'm feeling that it will, because again, I've had problems like this before, and as long as I put the stuff on, my compost tea on, I have minimal problems. And then we got brandywine tomato plant, pink brandywine actually. We have a little flower, or we have a bud that's going to be a flower. Oh my goodness, it just fell off. Oh, that's depressing, but no big deal. My little bit of a touch, if it fell off with my little bit of a touch, it was going to fall off anyway. My boyfriend gets upset when that happens, but I'm like, dude, if it was going to, my little bitty touch, my soft touch, if it fell off from that, it was going to fall off anyway. So, all right, guys. Tony B, South Florida Organic Gardening. Also, Geeky Girl Computer Services. You ever need any computer questions answered? You need any computer problems addressed? Just give me a holler. Leave me a message. And I will get back with you. All right, guys. God bless.